I called yesterday's episode Clean Sheet Record. We did actually get that record, but it's the run's over now. Hello and welcome back to more Chelsea. It's Chelsea clearly, and we are back. It's the 7th of March 2022 in this fictional world, and it's time to play RB Leipzig and Tottenham. But first we'll go through the results since last time. Not many games played, but some interesting results. We first of all went to Goodison Park and beat Everton by a goal to nil. Pretty standard 1-0 win, the kind of which we've had all season. The most important thing is that Timo Werner finally remembered that his job is to score a goal, and did just that. So the Everton game meant that we did go 12 competitive matches without conceding, a new Chelsea record. Fantastic stuff, great to do. So obviously we then proceeded to not just concede in the next game, but concede 2 and lose. We lost at home, that's the worst thing, at home to Manchester City by 2-1. Adding to that misery the fact that they've now signed Alvaro Morata, and he scored against us, which is just inevitable really. We equalised just before the break from Memphis Depay, and then they got a goal late on through, well not late on, 68 minutes from Ruben Diaz. It's late on because it was the last thing that really happened. We arguably should have won, created lots of chances. Werner missed quite a few, disappointing. Only our second league defeat of the season, but could still prove very costly. Then we played our first of 2 matches in a row against Brentford, and it was a 2-0 win in the FA Cup 5th round. We are through to the quarter final, which is most welcome indeed after what happened last year. It was a dominant display. We absolutely outplayed them in every single area. We should have won by more. 2 goals ruled out for offside. The Kante one, I really don't think was offside. I think it was pretty quick. Apparently Werner was standing in an offside position, but he wasn't doing anything interfering with play. Don't know why that happened. But goals from Pulisic and Loftus-Cheek meant we did proceed to the quarter-final stage, where we will be playing West Ham United. Home game as well, which is most welcome. Liverpool still there, Spurs still there, Man City still there as well. Man City playing Leeds, the only 2 teams to beat us in the league this season. I'm hopeful we'll get to the semi-final, but then 3 big teams still in there. And then we immediately played Brentford straight after that at the Community Stadium, and it was a very good performance. Started off by that absolute goal of the season, probably going to win it, from Memphis Depay. If that's not in the top 3, I'll be absolutely shocked. Timo Werner then had his own go, getting goal of the season. Again, he's in some pretty good form. As in he's scored 2 goals in his last 3 matches, which is very unlike him. But anyway, they did get a goal back through Ivan Toney just after the half-hour mark. So a little bit nervy. They had quite a few chances, but we did seal it late on. Pontus Jansson with some questionable defending, and another fantastic run and a fantastic goal this time from Christian Pulisic before the game was well and truly sealed. Shortly after the 90th minute, Timo Werner stealing in for his second of the game, and he's scored 3 goals. 3 goals in his last 3-4 games. Much better than before. So as said, that defeat to Manchester City could prove costly. We are second. We're 2 points clear of Manchester United. They've dropped points recently as well. They just lost to Leicester. They also drew with Wolves. But we're 6 points behind Liverpool. We're 6 points behind Liverpool. It just doesn't really feel that that's been reflective of the season, does it? I mean, we've won 20 games. We've drawn 7 and we've only lost 2. Again, it's the draws that are proving particularly costly, but yeah, Liverpool they're ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. But the Champions League is the focus first of all. We obviously have the advantage against Leipzig. 1 goal is all we have, but it is an away goal, which could prove hopefully very useful for us. But let's just get this done here in the second leg. The team, there's been a few changes in recent games. We're more or less as you would expect. Donnarumma is going to be a goal. Chilwell, Bastoni, Somori and James is the defence. Reece James has been a bit patchy recently. Aspilicueta's played a bit, but we're going to start James in this one. The midfield is where there's been the biggest change. Lewis Cook is going to be starting in the defensive midfield role because Sandro Tonali recently has been pretty woeful. 6.92 is his average rating. His recent form though is it's the number of the beast, 6.66, and that really kind of belies how sort of ineffectual he's been. In fact, we're not even going to put him on the bench. We'll bring Kovacic on the bench for him. But Lewis Cook's come in and done really quite well. Nice solid positional play from him, so he's going to stay in there. Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante as well. Again, some rotation there. they've not been particularly amazing. Ziyech has come into the side of late and done very, very well. He is going to keep his place there. That's definitely the main area we need to strengthen in the summer, though. Memphis Depay as well on the left-hand side. Pulisic, now he's sort of got over his issues about not moving to Real Madrid, has come off the bench and done well, as you saw in the last game, but Depay is going to get the start today. And Timo Werner, of course, is going to be up front, given his fine goal-scoring form. Definitely going to be making some attacking signings in the summer, but here we are, Leipzig, second leg. I mean, you know they've got some solid players, but we should be getting this done. Can't allow any complacency, we'll go with that. Obviously, we have got a thing for being complacent in the Champions League knockout rounds. We know that. We don't need to dwell on it. We know that we need to just avoid it if at all possible. There's the last few games in the previous episode, not many highlights, but we've already got a highlight here, 4 minutes in. Ben Chilwell has it, as he so often does, on the left-hand side after a throw-in. And we've still got it, but it's a bit all over the place at the moment. Ziyech goes for a fierce shot, and it is wide. Memphis Depay has been tackled by Wolf, and he's going through there. Pedro's on the ball. We've got men back. He's trying to find a bit of support. Finds Conrad Lehmer, and if they score here, they haven't. Wolf heads over, but nervy times. We've only got one goal, and if they score, then that's pretty much worthless. We've not seen much from ourselves today. Leipzig definitely looking the most likely to score in terms of the highlights. According to the XG, we are apparently dominating them, but haven't seen much of it. It's cut out well by Reece James there, though, and Hakim Ziyech on his bike slips it into Kante. He's going to do one of his long-range thunderbolts. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. N'Golo Kante, his 7th of the season. Prolific from that kind of area. Not what I expect from him at all. I say that every time. Every time he scores, I say that. I'm just basing it on real life. Clearly in the game, I do expect him to score from that. Great strike. James has it here on the right hand side, and can he get a good cross in? An assist would do him the world of good after his recent poor form. He's put it across. It was knocked down by Mount. He's not going to get an assist, but we do get a goal. Memphis Depay is in also some pretty good goal scoring form. His 9th of the season. Good work by James. Confident running, holds the ball up well, gets by Shigankov. Mount with a little knockdown, and Memphis with the goal. Chilwell chucks it in, looks for Depay, who's giving it away, but it's well read by Cook. Mount to Ziyech, Werner, Ziyech strikes it, and that wasn't far away either. Right, we're 2-0 up in this one, 3-0 up overall. They have actually, they listened to my complaints. You can see the aggregate score on there. Thank you, SI, for fixing that one. Depay with a corner. Can we grab a third? No. Werner heading just over the bar. You have to feel that given our capacity for the spectacular, this is not over yet. It's a brilliant ball to Shigankov. Great save from Donnarumma, though. Simple ball over the top. Does do us sometimes. It's the danger of playing a high line. It works more often than not. We don't concede many, but we are open to that at times. We get away with it there, though. Depay gets it on the left-hand side. Can he find a ball in? Can he cut inside? Slips it back beautifully to Danny Olmo. Unfortunately, he does not play for us. And again, the long ball over the top for Svan Shigankov. And this time, he's not going to miss. Tomori not paying attention there. We had a warning sign earlier. We've been caught out there. Some poor play all around. Tomori and Depay mainly at fault. He tries to get back. He can't. And Shigankov, he had his earlier go, and this time he doesn't miss. Right, they've got an away goal with still 3-1 up though. But we've been here before. I think we'll see what happens in this highlight. Werner out to James. We're gonna have to, I think, make a change. James has been flattened. I don't think that's a penalty though. I mean, it's a foul. It's definitely a foul. I just think it was outside the area. So I think this is going to be a free kick. Right, the decision is, I'm saying free kick. Is it a free kick? No penalty. Yep, absolutely called it. Are we going to do anything with it? Ziyech across to Tomori, and he's atoned for his error for the Leipzig goal. Vakeo Tomori, not quite. I'm sure he scored more last season, only his 2nd this year, but most welcome indeed. It wasn't a penalty. It doesn't need to be a penalty when you've got someone who can whip a ball in with his left foot like Hakim Ziyech can. Donnarumma playing it out from the back. Another goal would be most welcome. James somehow keeps that in, And Ziyech uses his wonderful left foot to swing it forwards, only as far as the goalkeeper. And there's a potential break on for Leipzig. Shigankov, he's in again. It's a fierce effort. At least that wasn't a ball over the top this time, but still. And there we go. We went massively over the injury time. Good job it didn't matter for either side. 3-1 on the night. 4-1 overall. We've negotiated potential banana skin, and we are through into the quarterfinal. Right then, Tottenham. It's my 100th game in charge. It's gone by pretty quickly. Can we beat one of our local rivals? Probably our bitterest rivalry, actually. It remains to be seen. Liverpool in action against Arsenal. Could do with the Gunners picking up 3 points there. And obviously they do not. An 87th minute winner from Divock Origi gives Liverpool the points. Obviously. What are we meant to do? We've lost 2 games. Yeah, we've drawn 7 games. But still, how are we supposed to compete with that? Alright, we need to win. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to change the team for this one. We are playing quite a lot of games in close succession, but we're going with this one for the game against Spurs. At home, you would expect us to win, given the more or less good form that we're in. You'd expect us to have beaten Man City, given that form as well. But alas, we did not. Alright, we've got some action finally at last, 25 minutes in. It's a beautiful move, and Timo Werner doesn't do what he's been doing of late. It's a good save from Lloris. The movement was lovely, just not the finish this time. We do get a corner. Memphis Depay looking to play it in. He finds Werner. It's a great header again across the face of goal, but not in the net. At half time, that's our only action whatsoever. Better than some games, but still not particularly good. I'm not happy. Let's go out there and do a bit better. And we're doing very well at restricting them. They've not done all that much, but we still have not scored, and that is what we need to do. A draw is not good enough. We cannot afford to get even further behind Liverpool than we already are. I mean, 60 minutes gone. We're going to have to just go for this. We'll go more attacking. Not sure how much difference it's really going to be able to make, but there we are. Second half is just disappearing. It's not going to be our day, I don't think. Still nothing happening. We're going to go for it a bit more. Press up a little bit more. I don't think it's going to make any difference. They look very well set. Defensively, it's going to be more dropped points once again at home as well. And 0-0 with Spurs. It's not good enough. I'm not going to make them come into training because we don't have the number of days before the next game against Sheffield United. But it was just such a nothing game. Just such a nothing game. I don't mind drawing with Spurs ordinarily. It's not bad, but not in a situation like this. We are 8 points behind Liverpool. Some costly recent form. Again, I don't really feel that it's particularly deserved. But there we are. We haven't done as well as them, and that's what really, that's the only thing to say about it. They're just better than us. It's just really incredibly frustrating, that's all. But there we are. That's going to be it for today. We'll be back next time for, let's just forget about the Premier League. Just pretend it's not there. We're going to focus on the Cups. We've got the FA Cup quarter-final coming up, but we will be back next time for both legs of our Champions League quarter-final against Unknown, the mighty Unknown. We don't know who it's going to be yet. City are through. Real Madrid, boo, they're through. Lazio, even worse, they're through as well. Arsenal look to be going through against Barcelona. The other games all pretty evenly poised, so we don't know who it's going to be. But whoever it is, you will find out next time, because we will be playing them home and away. Unless we make, I don't know when the FA Cup semi-final will be. I think it'll probably be afterwards, because it might, hopefully it doesn't shuffle that around too much. I don't think it will make much of a difference. But there we are. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss what happens next time. Can we actually win a trophy? We've got, I would say, well, we still theoretically have 3 chances. Most likely only 2. Can we do it this season? I feel we deserve it, given how well we've played for most of the campaign. But there we are. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.